Hey darling, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a book haul of everything I got from Dragon Con, and I cannot wait to share these books with you. There's so many. Excuse me if my voice is kind of weird. I just got over the big C19, if you know what I mean, and I'm not feeling my best, but I wanted to get this video recorded for you and show you everything that I got at Dragon Con. But we're going to go through a lot of books today, and if I were to read you the book description for each of them, we would be here for like 2 hours. So what I'm going to do instead is show you the cover. We'll talk a little bit about my initial thoughts just from like what I heard during the conference, and also just my impressions really reading through it. And if you want more in-depth book hauls where I read you the book description for each of them, I can definitely do that. Leave me a comment down below with how you would like me to format these book hauls. I know with my LitRPG Con haul, I didn't have as many books, so I was able to read you the book description for each of them. But for like big hauls like this, I'm not sure if I should break it up into parts. I really want your thoughts on that. I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing, and I really want your feedback so I can make this as great an experience for you as I possibly can. Okay, before we get started, I actually have one book that I could not resist getting from Barnes & Noble ahead of the conference, and that is this one, Asunder by Kirsten Hall. I don't know what about this just captures me so much. It's partially the title, it's partially the cover, it's partially the tagline. We choose our own gods here. And the quote on the front is eerie, lovely, and surreal. I'm really excited for this one. I hope it lives up to the way I've been hyping it up since I got it. So just a little note, this video is unofficially sponsored by Aethon. And I say that because they gave me most of these books, and I am so grateful, because when you see the volume of books we're gonna go through, they did us a grand favor. It was so cool. DragonCon, I actually got to talk to a lot of the authors who have written these books, and everyone I spoke to was so cool. Everyone was really kind, and I really liked that at the Aethon booth, which next year at DragonCon, you need to be there, and you need to stop by the Aethon booth, because everybody was so kind, and they were recommending each other's books, and it was just fantastic. It is very exciting to say this, but they're actually working on graphic novels too, and I got 3 of them. I thought I got 4, but I can't find the 4th one. I'll probably find it as soon as I finish doing this video. But the first one is Barbaric, and this one is about a guy named Owen who does not want to kill, who is a very good person, but his battle axe is bloodthirsty and demands that he kill things. So you want to talk about good conflict. And I'll just open a page to let you see the art style. I really like the way the art is done. I'm excited for this one, and these will be good because I can go through a graphic novel pretty quick. So this might be one of the early ones that I do in early 2026. Now, the next graphic novel is These Savage Shores. I don't know why that's so hard for me to read. And this one is actually the complete series, so the definitive edition, which I think is really cool. And another thing to note is that Aethon actually produces these books for DragonCon especially, so the quality of the covers is even better than their usual stuff, which is saying a lot. And the cover for this one just feels so nice. So I think I might be very selfish and not give this one away because I really, really like this one. But this has a really short book description, so I'll just go ahead and read it. 2 centuries after the first European ship sailed to the Malabar coast and made landfall at Calicut, the East India Company seeks to secure its future along the lucrative Silk Route in the year 1766. An old evil now sails aboard a company ship, hoping to make a home in this newfound land. But he will soon find that the ground along the Indus is an ancient one, with demons and legends far older than himself. Which sounds pretty cool. And here's the art style. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Who am I kidding? I'm looking forward to all of them. How cool is this cover? This is about a witch and a vampire biker gang that's hunting her, and she's badass, and this has like cyberpunk vibes. I am so into it. And here's the art style. So yeah, much excite. Now, the first books we're going to cover actually from Dragon Con are the Rover powered books. I have 4. I think this is all 4. I'm not sure how many there are in the series, but like, look at that cover. Isn't that adorable? These books are very, very short. You could probably read them in an afternoon. And just on a high level note, this is about Wanda and Wumble. Wumble is a dog. And the tagline is, "A wizard's first quest, an unlikely companion, grand adventure awaits." This one looks like it's going to be really cozy, and I'm really excited for this one. So now we are going to get into the big books. I like big books and I cannot lie. First one being Chrysalis. And this was one that has been recommended to me for a long time. I know I'm one of the weirdos who hasn't read it yet, but I am so glad that I now have a copy. And if you don't know about Chrysalis, this is about somebody reborn as an ant. It's fun. And this is a LitRPG. And I also got this one by the same author, Book of the Dead. And this one has necromancer vibes. A forbidden class, a dark power. Can he prove he can still be a hero? So I like that it has the anti-hero vibe as well. So let me get it so that there's no glare from my light. But I just love this cover. I think it's really well done. And the typography is fantastic. So it's going to be good. The next one is Path of Ascension by C. Mantis. And this is another one that has been really recommended to me again and again. Actually, it was really funny. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and he was like, "Tell me you got Path of Ascension. You must have. Tell me you got it." And I was like, "Of course I got it." This one's going to be good. And I love the little, I don't know if you can see that, little wolf. That tells me this is going to be, there's going to definitely be funny moments in it. Next one is An Unexpected Hero. And this is actually by Jamie Castle, Rhett Bruno, and Katerina Solomko. God, don't be mad at me. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. This, I really like the matte cover on this one. It feels so nice. And this is a comedy. The quote is it funny? No, it's effing hilarious. And that's from Matt Dinneman of Dungeon Crawler Carl fame, if you don't know. I'm not going to stop saying I'm excited, because I'm excited. Look at all these books I got. The next one I got is Iron Blooded by Reese Brooks. And this one's tagline is, "A new world of monsters and magic. A soldier in an eternal war. A champion rises." So this has definite progression vibes. We'll get into this in the first look, because I haven't actually heard too much about this one yet. So this is going to be really good for us to dive into. So this one was recommended to me as sort of a cozy read, Battle Mage Farmer by Seth Ring. And book 1 is called Domestication. So, I feel like this is definitely going to be a cozy read. And the tagline is, "A world on the precipice of an apocalypse. A secret forged in the flames of war. A chance to start over." So we definitely have apocalypse vibes. We have cozy fantasy vibes. And there's a flaming bull tilling land. So I think we're in for a treat on this one. The next one is Alex Maher's The Hedge Wizard, which the tagline is, "Legends speak of wizards with the power to rival gods." And this one seems to be a dungeon crawler. So not dungeon crawler Carl, but a dungeon crawl story. So I think this one is going to be a fun romp. I have that sort of vibe from it. It does not appear to be a lit RPG from what I can tell. So we're probably looking at more of a progression fantasy. So, oh, no, it is. It has loot. So it's probably a lit RPG or lit RPG light. We're gonna find out in the first look for this. On a side note, I have so many books in my first look queue. Like, I have so many videos I want to record for you, and I don't know how I'm going to get to all of them, only publishing like 2 first looks a month, because the way I'm doing this, just as of like right now, I'm doing an interview of some kind, a book haul, a vlog, something like that on the first Sunday of every month. And then I'm doing a first look, and then I'm going to start reading bedtime stories, because that just seems really fun. And just something to listen to as you go to sleep. The first one I'm going to be doing is actually The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So that's going to be really fun. And I'm just going to release like a chapter a month. And then I'm going to do another first look. So really it's like 2 or 3 first looks a month, depending on how many weeks there are in a month. I'm just so excited about this channel. I'm so excited about making videos for you that I kind of want to do like way more than that. But I promised my boyfriend I wouldn't do Bookmas this year, because what I really wanted to do was do a first look every single day in December. And he was like, no. He was like, you need to be writing. What are you doing? I was like, okay, yeah, you're fine. You're right. The next one is Reborn as a Demonic Tree. I was actually surprised there are multiple books about demonic trees, and people, isekai reborn as a demonic tree. This one definitely has LitRPG energy. It has base building, from what I was told, and the chapters seem kind of short, so it feels like this is going to be one that you just kind of like read through and you burn through it really quickly. It seems like it has good pacing from what I'm seeing right here. But yeah, Reborn as a Tree. Why the fuck not? We have been through 16 books so far, and there's a pile equally as large over here. So buckle in. We're only halfway through. So this one is by Actus, who I had the privilege of meeting at DragonCon. He's so cool. And this one is My Best Friend is an Eldritch Horror, which this has actually been on my TBR for a while. Spoiler. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. The tagline is, Damien nearly ended the world. Now his mistake might be the only thing that can save it. It's a pretty fun twist. So this one's pretty high up the list. Ooh, and I got it signed. Yay. He wrote in here, sorry for the extra weight, because I had like already filled up my bag of Aethon sponsored books. And he was like, what do you think about this one? And I was like, yeah, I have to have this one. So I think this was the moment where I actually got a second bag and started filling that up. Thanks, Rhett and Steve. You're the best. I thought I had another Actus book. Is this the only one I got? Huh, okay. The next one is Wraithwood Botanist, which I accidentally got 2 of. I don't know how that happened, but you can tell I'm really interested in this one because if I got 2. So we're definitely going to be doing a giveaway for this one. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it signed. They weren't there. But, you know me, I'm a sucker for anything with the word wraith in it. It's just like, yes, dark fantasy, give it to me, inject it in my veins. So this one, by Little Lynx, the tagline is, survive a hellish forest. Master a rare class, conquer the system. So obviously a lit RPG, and everything about this cover brings me joy. I love it. I love it so much. The colors, especially the forest, the way it's drawn, the flowers here. Or are those mushrooms? Those are mushrooms and flowers. The fact that he has a cat, because why not? Why not have a cat with you in a deadly wood? So yeah, Magic Sight. And you see the little Aethon Phoenix on all of them. Yeah, thank you guys again. This was so kind of you to give me so many books to look at. The next one is Silver Seeker by Kenneth Kenway. And this cover really grabbed me. It definitely has Necromancer vibes. I'm so sorry. I need to get a different light. All right, that's not going anywhere. But yeah, this one just looks really cool. It stands out with the yellow and black. It's a really cool color scheme. And the tagline is New World, New System, Same Old Necromancer. So we definitely have a Necromancer. We definitely have LitRPG. And this one will be fun to dive into. I think this pile is going to be as tall as I am when we're done. So the next one is Downtown Druid by C.B. Titus. And the tagline here is locked away, left to die. He'll master his powers to survive, then thrive. And there's a little dagger behind his back. I don't know if you can see that. And this definitely has it's definitely a dark fantasy vibe set in a town. Downtown Druid makes me think urban fantasy, but it seems like this is a pure fantasy. The last line is, because you can never underestimate a street rat. So this is definitely going to have, this guy is going to have gumption, and I have a feeling that all the magic that he gets is going to be very earned through blood, sweat, and tears. The title got me on this one, My Dearest Monster by Sean Fletcher. The tagline is, her first love, now her monstrous enemy. So lovers to enemies, that's a nice twist on a traditional trope. And this one has necromantic magic to it, if I'm not mistaken, and it has a female lead character. So it's always lovely to find really strong female main characters, and I am hoping this one doesn't disappoint. The next one is Twinned Destinies, and I love this cover. I love the art style, especially. So many of the Aethon books have fantastic covers and fantastic art. Shunned, forgotten. Rui will do whatever it takes to gain the power to rise up. So this is another powerful female main character, and definitely looks like monster core. So this one's going to be a lot of fun too. This one looks like it might be a Wuxia, or I always butcher this, Sanxia. So I'm curious. Oh wait, no, duh. It says a cultivation progression fantasy at the top. Look, I'm sick. Okay, don't judge me. So I think this one's going to be really good. It's always nice to find a good cultivation story, and we will see during the first look. So this is the next one, Academy of Outcasts, and this looks like probably an assassin story. Dark fantasy would be my guess, and obviously Academy. So I've heard really good things about this one. I've heard really good things about this author, and I think this one's going to be really good. The tagline is Become the Master Mage. All Oz... God, I can't talk today. All Oz Carnarvon ever wanted was to become a Master Mage. The clock is ticking because in 1 week, the most dangerous wizard in the realm of fire is coming to track him down and drag him back to hell. Oh, so maybe there's some necromantic magic in this too. Don't be mad at me if I get any of this wrong. I am just guessing, okay? Okay, I knew I had another Actus one. Return of the Runebound Professor. And I think this one also got signed too. Did he sign this one? He says, I'm sorry, I thought you were Jay, because there's another author named Jay Boyce, and we're not actually related, but I informed her at DragonCon that we're sisters now, so I guess now we are related. She was like, okay, I guess I'll go with it. I really love this cover. Part of what I love so much about it is the color contrast, and the idea that somebody is wearing fire for a cloak is always fun. So looking forward to this one. And the tagline is, for Noah Vines, death isn't the end, it's a weapon. That's a pretty great hook. So we'll dive into this one together in a first look. Okay, so another one I got was Oaths by my buddy J.M. Clark. And this is one that is actually, it's not published yet as of me recording this video. And so I was so surprised when Aethon had it at their table, because I've been looking for it. I've been waiting for the pre-order to hit, and I got the paperback. So this is a special edition, and Justin signed it, yo Sarah. So that was fun. We are officially stacked taller than me. Oh, there's no such thing as too many books. The next one is Ironbound by Andrew Givler, and the tagline for this one is, in the Iron Empire, only the strongest are given the chance to ascend. A captivating coming-of-age fantasy full of ingenious magic and military adventure. So that's cool. This has, if they're ascending, that kind of has cultivation vibes. We'll see if I'm right about that. And there's definitely going to be a good magic system and military fantasy elements to it. So, oh, look at that. You can see like magic in his arms and veins. How cool is that? And it's really interesting that it's set in a desert. You don't see that a lot in epic fantasy. So I think this one will feel refreshing. And of course, Defiance of the Fall. This was another one that's been recommended to me for a while that I just haven't sat down and read yet. The tagline is, Zach was alone in the middle of the forest when the world changed. And I think this is, Yes. So this is a LitRPG system fusion, multi-fantasy race, and slight apocalyptic vibes is what I'm getting from it. One more left. And of course, Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I actually brought this one. It wasn't at the Athon table. And he signed it for me. And the way he signed it for me is actually, Jay and I were chatting, and I was like, and Dinnaman was like he was like 10 feet away. And I was like, he's in the middle of a conversation. I don't want to interrupt him. And Jay went, no, come on. And I was like, what, are you sure? And she was already walking away. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm following. And she jabs him in the side. I don't know how she got away with this. Don't you do this. If you see him, do not jab him in the side. But she just jabs him in the side, and he looks around. And all I did was, and he sighed, and he was like, okay, fine. And he pulls out a Sharpie and he signs it. And he asked if he could call me a bitch. But because I have not read this one yet, I know I'm one of those weirdos who hasn't read this yet. But because I hadn't read it yet, he was like, okay, you don't get that privilege. I was like, okay. So he wrote blurb blurb instead. And that's the last one. I don't want this to topple, so I'm not going to stack that on there because this is precarious. But I just had a panic moment. I was like, oh my God, have I been recording? But I have. We're good. DragonCon was so much fun. I had an absolute blast. I hope you join us there next year. I will definitely be popping by the Athon booth again, so maybe we can connect and say hi. But I just had the best time. It's so overstimulating at times because I think the number I heard was there were 90,000 people there. There were 80 or 90,000 people there. To go to DragonCon is to wait in line. Like, seriously. We waited an hour and a half to see Christopher Lloyd, but that was fun. He reminded me of my grandpa. He's just telling stories, and this delightful ramble through memory lane. It was really fun. I liked it a lot. Oh man, the vendor hall. The vendor hall was in a building the size of a city block, and all 4 floors were filled with tables, absolutely filled to the brim. It was so much that I needed 2 days to go through it. And it was funny because I went in on floor 3 actually because I wanted to go see everyone at Athon first, and that was when I discovered, oh, there's floor 4, and that's Artist Alley. So they were entirely full of artists. I got to meet a lot of artists that I really love, and then got to meet new ones too. And I got so many prints. I was bad. I spent a little too much money at DragonCon, but I got some really cool loot. And then, we went back down. We went through floor 3, and then we were like, I wonder if there's a floor 2 full of stuff. There was. And then we were like, oh my God, there's another floor, which is why you should start at floor 1 and work your way up and not be weird like me and start at floor 3. Oh, that kind of rhymed. So with all of that in mind, that is sort of my DragonCon wrap up. I had the best time. I have so many great books. Thank you again to Athon for giving me all of these books. You went above and beyond, and I really appreciate you. I'm still going to be brutally honest in all my first looks. Don't worry about that. Just because they gave me these books doesn't mean I'm going to just say nice things. I want you to always know that you can trust my reviews and first looks. So don't worry about that. But I am still immensely grateful because this was a massive gift from Athon, and I want to shout them out and say thank you again. So with all of that being said, my darling, I'm going to let you go. Make sure you check out today's featured merch. Buy a sticker or a hoodie or whatever, and help me fuel my book obsession. I'm so sorry for my voice. I've been recording for a little bit, and I definitely need to wrap up, but it was lovely to see you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
All right, that's everything for today. Subscribe to find your next book obsession, or give me your thoughts in the comments below, because I would really love to know what you think about this video. And you can support me by either clicking the like button or any of the links below. Thank you so much for being here, my darling, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.